week's chapter of Bleach, can the Quincy leader escape the power of the Ichimonji and its ability to control all things darkness and take away their very namesake and power? Apparently, yes. This week's chapter kind of has some mixed feelings for me. I think it was a good chapter in a sense that it was basically an extension of the action scenes that we saw in the previous chapters, where Ichibei was just continuing to lay the smackdown on the Quincy leader, and he literally keeps doing that by constantly stomping him and smacking him in between his giant hands, and literally taking away his names and powers themselves. But what I really think, I'm shocked because at the very end of the chapter, the Quincy leader just shrugs that all away, and all of the blackness and everything around him and his brand new name, the Black Ant, has been taken away, and it looks like he's getting ready to go on the assault again, and even attacks Ichibei at the very end of the chapter, which seems to shock him as well. And I can't say I'm entirely surprised because, you know, there's no way that the main villain of the final arc of the series is going to be snuffed by a brand new side character. It's just not going to happen unless there was going to be some sort of strange twist where, say, Haschwalth ends up being really the true final villain of the series, which a lot of people have theorized about, and it actually does make sense. But I don't want to see Ichibei just get defeated so easily. That's like my biggest fear. If he is going to be defeated or even killed, I want it to be like in the blaze of glory. Like, I want there to be explosions around them constantly, and I want the Quincy leader to at least lose a limb or something in the process. What I will say is, I still like this chapter a lot. I especially love whenever Ichibei is attacking, he's always got like some sort of like little lesson or moral or philosophy behind his battle, especially the fact that he actually names the Quincy leader the Black Ant and is continuing to literally stomp him like an insect, and I just thought that was really interesting. And of course, again, the artwork is great. This has definitely been some of the best artwork, I think, from the final arc of the series. Just all of the expressions from Ichibei are always really infectious and creepy and scary, and I love the look of his attacks, like the giant feet and the hands. They just look really destructive and powerful, especially when he's actually slamming the Quincy leader like through all of these pillars and down into the ground. It looks really cool. And of course, his attacks, which involve like Japanese calligraphy, which is just exploding all over the sky. It just, looking at it, it begs for an anime counterpart because it would just look so gorgeous. What I will say is, I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked that the Quincy leader is shrugging all of this off. I figured it was only a matter of time before something like this was going to happen. That's just what these final villains do. I just really hope he's not going to pull an Aizen and be like, oh yeah, I've been planning on this the entire time, you know, big deal, whoop. Like, if you were this strong from the beginning, dude, you should have just freaking gone for it. But then again, that's just, like, the tradition of these type of battle shows. They always like to have the build-up. They never really like to go full power at first. I'm not sure why it is, but that's just the way it is. It is a battle of men, so to speak. So, this was still a really fun chapter. So, what's the rundown on this week's chapter of Bleach? It was pretty good. Just kind of expected. I didn't want it to go in this direction. And, you know, I'm not disappointed, really. I'm just kind of still trying to drink it all in and trying to accept it, because for all I know, in next week's chapter, there could be another twist where this is actually Ichibei's plan all along, and he wanted the Quincy leader to do this himself, and you know, I don't know. There's no definitive answer for this. What I will say, this was still an entertaining read, if only for the artwork and just how cool everything looked. I mean, if you're a big fan of action, you're totally gonna love this chapter. But yeah, I'm still shocked by the whole turn of events at the end of the chapter. Like, you know, shocked and not shocked at the same time. It's very strange feeling. But I will say, though, if you've been following the series, you're a fan of Bleach, definitely check out this chapter. It's really exciting, and it looks like it might almost be the conclusion to one of the craziest battles of the final arc of the series. So I'm going to give this week's chapter a 4 out of 5. Even though I still have like mixed feelings about it, I still really enjoyed it. I loved the artwork and the action a lot, and you guys know I'm all about the action. So 4 out of 5 for me. Check it out, guys. Pretty cool stuff. Thank you guys for watching my review. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And before you leave, please tell me what you thought about this week's chapter of Bleach in the comments section below. What did you think of that big twist at the end of this battle? And what do you think is going to happen next? Do you think this is really it for Ichibei, or do you think he has another trick up his very big sleeves? Before you guys leave, make sure and subscribe to our channel if you have not already. You can do that by clicking on the channel icon right up here. And if you're feeling pretty dangerous, you can follow us on Facebook and on Twitter.